The next decision on Bitcoin spot ETF could happen as soon as in the next 48 hours. Right here, Global X Bitcoin Trust has the second deadline right here, actually on the 21st of November. And also we have two more, Hash Index and Franklin Bitcoin ETF deadlines. Also, this the first deadline on the 17th of November. So therefore, why is Bitcoin going down? What is happening? Will the Bitcoin down move continue? Is it the time to short Bitcoin? Did I previously short Bitcoin a bit too early? Let's just get straight into this. And guys, before I give you the juice of the video, before I show you what happened and what is causing the current price move, because everything is explainable. When you know what to look at, you know exactly why it's working the way it's working. And certainly if you want to see all of my trades and the trades of my team, all the smallest ones, there is a link down in the description of this video to my free Discord channel. This is where I post all of my trades and the trades of my team, and the results are absolutely incredible. There has been a month where we had 22 trades and only one losing trade. Insane. So join us immediately. Everything is there, all the smallest things, which I cannot post fast on YouTube. I post in the Discord and also in Telegram channel, some of the stuff in Telegram. So anyway, do I think though that this is going to be approved? I mean, we don't know. But to be honest, I don't think that some Global X Bitcoin Trust and Hashdex Bit Franklin, I don't really think so. What I think will happen is this one right here. First of all, I think it's going to be one of the final deadlines. And the first final deadline of the current ETF applications is coming in on actually the 10th of January. And this is ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF, so ARK Invest. And I think that, I mean, and this is the last one, so they cannot just deny it unless they really, want to, break the whole system and all of our expectations. So that's what I think is going to happen. So, and even if you consider this, then this is January. So right now we are middle of November. We have 2 weeks of November, 4 weeks. So that's 6 weeks of together with December and one more week in January. So that's like, what, 7 weeks? It's less than 2 months away, guys. Less than 2 months away. And a lot of analysts also said that they believe that January will be the time for the first Bitcoin ETF, one of the first final deadlines, which just falls on ARK Invest. But then the question is, why is Bitcoin going down? Like, what the hell is happening right now? Why did we see this crash right here? It's simple. It is so damn simple. So listen in. First of all, before we talk about it, I just wanted to point out a few very important points. That we had a gap on S&P 500, and we actually had a nice up move in S&P 500 in general. And this up move, it's like, look, technical analysis. If people tell me the technical analysis doesn't work, if idiots don't know how to use technical analysis, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work. So the same thing, for example, NASDAQ, look at this nice push. Then the same thing, for example, with Dow Jones, very nice push. And then also, if we take a look at dollar index, we're actually going down. And why did this happen? That's right, guys. Always watch my videos from beginning till the end. Always subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I make a new upload. I'm showing you the context. I show you what is happening in macro, fundamentals, sometimes on-chain, technicals, narrative, sentiment, and then we put it all together and place trades. Remember, this year I placed only one losing trade on YouTube, live, like actual trade, one. So therefore, please pay attention. So right now, everything is going up, the dollar is going down, and so is Bitcoin. Bitcoin also going down. So usually they should be inverse correlated. But here, listen in. Here is what I think is currently happening. The reason why the dollar is going down and the reason why S&P 500 is going up, etc., is actually because of CPI, partly because of CPI. What we saw yesterday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, we saw the CPI reading, and the previous was 3.7, which is inflation. Guys, inflation. It went. The forecast was 3.3, and it went down to 3.2. Which is absolutely amazing. Certainly core is still a bit sticky for obvious reasons, but the forecast was 4.1, it went to 4.0, so at least some small decline. But what really the market cares about in this instance, what it seems like, is this right here, because we're only 1.2% away from the Fed's target inflation rate, 1.2%, and we could be there within a couple of months. This is the thing, and this is what I told you before, that potentially the inflation has already been conquered. I mean, that's like the numbers wise. So this is interesting. I mean, don't be a Karen. Don't tell me in the comments, oh, look at the price of milk. Your price of milk is not going anywhere, man. It's gonna stay where it is, or maybe even go up. This is not what conquering inflation actually means. Conquering inflation means that it's slowed down. Halas, that's it. So therefore, you need to be in Bitcoin because the dollar has one direction, just to be clear. Now, but this still is looking quite good. What we really care about right now is the jobless claims. And the jobless claims, they're standing quite strong. They're not elevated that very much yet. But if we're going to have a look at actually PPI, then PPI has jumped up a bit. And today at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, we want to see what's going to happen with the producer price index, because this is more of a commercial side of things when it comes to inflation. And at some point, we were very happy with almost zero inflation, well, basically 0.1, but now it came up to 2%. So this is what we want to pay attention to. And also what we want to see is the unemployment rate, because arguably, you could say that the unemployment rate, even though very slowly, but it is starting to go up, which could be signaling a potential recession, which again, it could be very good for Bitcoin anyway. But this is what we need to pay attention to in November. Well, the next one will probably be in December. And therefore, because of all these things, I'm gonna get back to the chart in just a second, guys. So right now, the chances in the next Fed meeting of another rate hike is actually 0. And then we have another rate hike in January, 0. Another rate hike in, let's say, what is it? In March, also basically 0. And then in May, we already are starting to see strong chances of the reduction of interest rates. So the market is pricing in no interest rate hikes anymore. So therefore, and plus we're seeing the inflation actually going down to almost like 1.2% away from the target rate of the Fed, which means they will finally have conquered inflation and we can finally start printing money again to create more inflation. So therefore, this is all very positive. So for this reason, we're seeing S&P 500 going up, obviously, NASDAQ on all the stocks, but Bitcoin and the dollar index actually going down. Now let's discuss why did Bitcoin go down and whether it is a good time to short Bitcoin. Let me explain this in just a uno momento. So for one, again, just technically, if we zoom out, then we will see that we got right here, right in this vicinity, we got rejected from this wedge. So again, technicals do work. So we had this overextension, and that's why like this was the same kind of a reason that I took a short trade here, thinking we could go a little bit lower here, but we ended up short squeezing everyone and then going down. So unfortunately, that's where I lost the only trade this year. But well, what can you do about it? So for now, we actually came back and we've retested this support that we had previously. Now, how did this happen? How this entire move happened? Like right here. Here is the answer for you guys. Is it because there is something bad happening? Do the market know something we don't know? The answer is not really. What happened was exactly what I was talking about in this vicinity. It just happened a tiny bit later, a tiny bit higher right here. So what happened was liquidations, because a lot of people were going long here, and I thought, okay, it makes sense for the market to kick people out and liquidate people. What market decided to do is to actually liquidate. More people went long here, plus the ones that were going long here, and now with this down move, everyone who was going long here got liquidated, and now everyone who was going long here is like their stops are actually somewhere below this support, so it would actually make some sense also to go a bit lower to liquidate these people right here as well. So for this, let's take a look at liquidations. And here is proof of what I've just said. Just recently, we had $300 million worth of longs liquidated. 300 million. So this is the reason for this down move. Therefore, if this actually comes to fruition, if we actually do move lower and we don't have any reason like, denial of ETF or any big fundamental reason for us to keep going down, just technical and just shaving hamsters as usual, I'm going to start building my long trade. I'm going to, just like I did before, just like so many times that I made money from this year, we've built a long trade in this down move, then also, I'm not sure about this one, this down move, also I've been building a long trade in this down move and I exited somewhere in this vicinity too early, but whatever, still made amazing money. So, and the same thing here, if we're going to be pulling down to just kick hamsters out, I'm going to start building my long trade in this vicinity. I'm going to keep you guys updated, so subscribe and hit that notification. But I think it's a bit too early for now because there will be more longs that can still be liquidated, but this is the only reason that I'm seeing for this down move. Finally, let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and let's keep our fingers crossed for this because this is going to be a complete game changer. And guys, if you also want to make 10x of your money in the next 12 months, regardless of where Bitcoin goes, you need to check out this strategy. This strategy, nobody's using it right now. I'm the only one who is talking about it, so check it out right here. It's called Retro Drops. It's insane. And it doesn't matter where Bitcoin goes, up, down, in freaking circles, you can still make 10x of your money in the next 12 months. And as always, peace and love. Thomas Krallo. Stay smart, stay very rich, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.